Hello and welcome to this training on how to be assertive at work without being rude or aggressive or a jerk.
This is part 3 of this video series, and in this video you will learn the communication style factors, the assertive mindset, assertive body language and what that looks like, and the assertive expressions and the non-assertive expressions as well. So let's get started.
Now, like I said, it can change depending on who the other person is in the situation. So let me give you some of the factors that impact it. Your assertiveness style may vary with how close you are in the relationship. So maybe you are more or less assertive with people who are very close to you, that know you very well, and that you know them very well, friend, a boss, an employee. Or it might be very different with someone that you don't know, like a stranger, a vendor, a store clerk. And maybe it's something different in between, right, with a colleague or a client or something like that. But it also changes with authority, right? So maybe you don't speak up, you kind of shy away, you're passive with high authority, like a CEO or a boss, but that you're very assertive or maybe even aggressive with someone where you are more higher authority, like an employee or potentially even a friend. And maybe you are something else, maybe you're assertive with medium authority, colleague or client. So how does your level of communication style, right, between passive aggressive, assertive, and passive aggressive vary according to your relationships? Okay, now you know what assertiveness is. You know how it works. You know you can learn it. It's a skill. You know what the 4 communication types are. Now you need to understand the assertive mindset. And there are certain beliefs that you need to incorporate in order to be more assertive, right? Because like I said, this part of it is cognitive psychology. So you need to adopt certain beliefs. For example, you need to believe deep inside that you deserve to be happy and that you are in charge of your own happiness and success and well-being and good fortune. You need to take agency. You need to believe that you can do this, that you're not at the whim of other people, and that you deserve all the good things in life. You deserve the wealth, you deserve the well-being, the health, the positive relationships, and that you can achieve those things, right? Second, you need to believe that you are as good as others. You're not better or worse. You are as valuable as other people. Your opinion is as valuable as other people. Your feelings matter. Your ideas matter. Your success matters. You matter. You need to deeply believe in that, right? Number 3, you need to believe that it's okay to fail. It's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to change your mind. It's okay, it's human, and you can change your mind as many times as you want. You can fail. You can make mistakes. That does not make you a lesser human being, okay? You need to believe deep inside that you're free to do whatever you want and to assume the consequences, right? You are free to disobey the rules, to not do things like other people do them, to go against the grain. You are free to do whatever you want, but as long as you assume and take on the consequences of whatever it is that you do. And finally, you need to believe that your needs, your desires, and your feelings are important, are crucially important. They matter, and that people should pay attention to them. Before we continue, make sure you check out one of our free resources to help you develop your assertive communication. You can take the communication style quiz, figure out what your appreciation language is, sign up for the free newsletter for tips every week about assertive communication, get some free trainings, sign up for or watch any of our podcast episodes, and much, much more. You can get all these free resources at assertiveway.com. So go now, put on your Google assertiveway.com and check it out while it's still available. And now let's get back to your training. The third step to become assertive is to get the right body language. And the sort of body language is something that is also a confident body language. And it involves your posture, your eye contact, your hands, your head, and your voice. Your posture has to be open, right? Arms to the side generally, a relaxed eye contact, hands that are open, visible with the palms up, a head that is centered, not tilted to the side, right? That's passive. A voice that is conversational, calm, and firm, and I'm going to give you examples here. So the posture of passive communicators tends to be a little bit of submissive. The head is tilted or to the side or away. Hands are closed or hidden in your pocket or behind or together. Aggressive tends to be this puffy chest, arms are separated from the body like bodybuilder walk. Feet are very wide apart. And assertive is very natural, open, like you're having a conversation with a friend, arms to the side, feet together, shoulder width apart. The eye contact of the passive is not there. They're looking down, they're looking up, they're looking to the side, they're not looking to the person. The aggressive is staring, right? In the eye, you can see the eyebrows, they're somewhat inverted. And the assertive, they look a lot. They're not, staring all the time. They occasionally look away, but it's normal, and everything is normal. And then you have the hands of the passive. Again, it's hidden. It's close together. They're fidgeting with something in the pockets. The hands of the aggressive is a fist or the hands on the waist like a Superman position. And generally, the hands of assertive is open. The palms are open. The hands are open. It's very inviting, right, and conversational. The head of the passive might be tilted to the side or down. And a poor animal that's going to be surrendering to another animal. The aggressive is tilted up and has a high chin and is very centered. The assertive is straight, centered, very proper. The voice of the passive is low volume, a bit shaky, a bit unclear. The aggressive is very loud, right? Screaming almost, very dominating. And assertive is firm, pleasant, and conversational. Passive timing, right? They don't comment, so they'll wait until the last minute to say something. They might not say anything, and their comments are delayed, and they're always last. And even if they ever speak at all, it's very common for a passive to never speak in a meeting. Like they're really uncomfortable, and they can never figure out when to speak. The aggressive is speaking all the time, like they're dominating the conversation. And the assertive has optimal timing. They don't delay a thought, but they allow others to speak, and they also express their minds and their ideas. In terms of body position, the passive is a bit inclined backwards or to the side, and the aggressive is inclined forward or standing straight, and assertive tends to be an upright body or slightly inclined forward, demonstrating that they're interested in the conversation and what's going on. The arms, for the passive, they're in front of the body and they're totally closed. The aggressive is open and taking up a lot of space. The assertive is also taking up space, but not as much. And they're either relaxed or below the shoulders, and they're just a natural space taking, except if you're from certain cultures that you might take up more space, but that's a different topic. The shoulders of the passive are closed and towards the front, kind of closing off. The aggressive is very open, very expansive, and the assertive is natural but also open, right? Very positive posture. Is your body language assertive? I hope it is, and if not, you should try some of those things, some of those strategies. So the fourth step to become assertive is to adopt the right expressions, and I'm going to share with you what those are. So here are some expressions of passive, aggressive, and assertive communication. So typically, some of the expressions are very common with passive communicators are hesitation related, right? So a lot of disclaimers like maybe before they say something, I think, I don't know, kind of this, I'm not sure. If it's okay with you, maybe we can do this, or whatever works for you is just, letting other people make the decisions for you. Perhaps. That's okay, that's fine, everything's fine with me when it's not, right? They have their own opinions. I don't know if this is a good idea, diminishing their idea. Those are some passive expressions that you want to avoid. None of this is helping your point. None of this is helping your confidence. None of this is helping you get ahead or helping people pay attention or listen or respect or value you or what you have to say. So you just want to delete this stuff, right? Just get straight to your comment. And hey, this is a habit that you can absolutely change. Now, the aggressive communicators might say things like, forget it, or you're stupid. Do as I say, I'm right, you're wrong, or let me tell you why you did that. So telling people what they should be saying. You were wrong, or this is how it's going to be done, or you were too sensitive. Those sort of expressions that's just demanding in a negative way, very command and control, not great, right? Because here's the difference as well. Passive communicators tend to allow others to control them. Aggressive communicators try to control others, right? And assertive communicators, they don't control others, they only control themselves, but they don't let anybody control them. So you definitely want to be here. Here are some of the assertive expressions that you could use. Free flow. Could you do this? Or this is how I feel. Or I think, I need, I want. You'll see a lot of I statements. Why did you do this? Could you clarify this? I understand your perspective, and then you share your perspective. My priority is, so now you're expressing what's important to you. Those are all assertive for you.